London, I personally think it's the greatest city on the planet, with 8.8 million people calling it their home. I know for me and Beren, we've been living here all of our lives, living here with our families.
So we're really interested in finding out how young people really take that step of independence and that step of living alone, away from their loved ones. We will be carrying out a bunch of interviews with people who have decided to move to London and see how they've begun the next chapter of their lives in all this space.
Can you introduce yourself, please?
I'm Eileen, and I'm 22 years old.
Okay, I'm Jocelyn. I am a Term 1 affiliate at UCL.
My name's Ty. I'm 20 years old, and I study media and content production at Ravensbourne.
Where do you come from? Like, where do you move from?
I lived in Kent.
I moved away from Turkey.
I'm from Texas, born and raised, and I go to school in Houston.
Great.
Yeah.
Sorry. What were you most excited about moving away from Texas, like coming to London?
Getting out the heat. I
Yeah.
think that was the big one.
It's just completely opposite.
Yeah, and I think also living in Texas, and especially within like a very specific like Asian American community, a lot of my life is in a very similar bubble, and so I think this was like a chance to do something new.
Just wanted to grow as a person, you know. Just, like people I was connected to back home, they would hold me back. So I just wanted like a fresh start, and I wasn't really happy with like the circumstances I was in Kent, so I wanted to just get away from that.
To get my own independence, first and foremost, because as a high schooler, you kind of want to move out and like explore, and it was all very exciting for me. Also, it was during COVID when I moved here, so it was exciting in general just to go out and have less restrictions about all of that, and meet new people. It was scary as well, but yeah.
What has surprised you about moving to London? Like any positives?
I think people are nicer than I thought they would be.
That is a stereotype that like people here are just so standoffish.
Yeah, I think people here are a lot nicer, and I'm not gonna. I think that in the South, at least at home, people are very polite, and that they'll like open the door for you. Like there's like isms that they repeat. They're like nice.
After I moved, I had a hard time talking to people and expressing myself in English. Even though I was fluent in English, I still wasn't used to communicating with friends in English. It was like, at most, it was like Turkish English mix, kind of that sort of way of talking. And I thought it was going to be like that forever, but obviously I kind of started adapting more.
Do you sometimes feel lonely, like, because you're living kind of alone now, and like, how do you handle it?
I wouldn't say I feel lonely because obviously I lived by myself before coming to uni, so I was pretty used to it. I became more familiar with my own company, like my own self.
Like, I mean, yeah, but who doesn't?
Yeah, like what would you do when you do feel lonely? Like,
I go on a walk.
Yeah.
Lately, I've been having like me Mondays where I just like leave and I go out the dorm up to the right and walk around Angel.
Yeah, I love Angel.
I do feel lonely sometimes. I feel like a lot of people do, considering the fact that this is like a really big city, and that tends to happen with really big cities. Ironically, but the way I cope with it is, I mean, I wouldn't say I cope with it that well. So, but what I do is, I guess, just try and talk and make friends, talk to my friends as much as possible. And just have like little interactions with like random people as well.
Has moving out shifted your identity? Like, has the London culture kind of like rubbed off on you?
No, I'm afraid not.
No, not yet. Yeah. I mean, it is only for a term, so.
Yeah, and I also like have my friends, and those are
so you can keep that community.
I've become more independent and like confident in myself. I've got more of a positive and like a open-minded outlook on a lot of things in life, you know.
Things changed with the way I dress and talk and just express myself. I think I became, I guess, more a bit more calmer, maybe a bit colder even.
What do you want to take away, like, your time from London? Like, what are, like, your hopes? Like, maybe nothing in particular, but, like, would you want to stay or return?
I don't think so. I think that a big goal of mine when coming here was to find a new appreciation for back home.
Okay.
Which I think I have.
Right,
yeah.
Okay. That makes sense. So, Texas is the one.
Okay, not necessarily Texas, but the US in general.
Yeah, fine. Fair enough.
All depends on, like, obviously where I'm at when I graduate, but I don't want to move back home, so I'll probably stay in London, or I'll move somewhere that's, like, cheaper than London, because London's pretty expensive. But obviously I've made a lot of friends in the past year and a half, so I would like to stay in London if it's, like, feasible.
Overall, I would like to stay and, like, kind of build a more, like, independent and, like, steady going future that I'm, like, more confident in myself and my independence. I feel like is the goal for me at the moment. But yeah, and these are just, like, this is my flatmate, my current flatmate actually.
Then it's here, like, in my time here. Florence, I liked a lot.
Oh. Yeah, Italy also. Like, Europe in general, like, is it it's different, and I've never been to America.
Yeah, America.
Like, the US, I really want to go for the food and everything.
So these posters here, so, music's been a big part of my life. Grew up around it. I've got older brothers who all play guitar, and so did my uncle as well. So it's played a big part. Music keeps me grounded most days. It's helped me through a lot. And these two specific bands here, Nirvana and System of a Down. My older brothers, it was their favorite band, so I've been listening to them from a young age.
This is the family corner, and these are just, like, nice to look at sometimes if I'm feeling homesick. This is my grandma. These are my parents. Me, my dad.
Grilled onion, patty, cheese, onion out sauce, onion. Yesterday, my friend, he texted me and he was like, I'm at the Chick-fil-A drive-thru right now and this is my order. And I was like, you've got to be kidding me. Like, that's my order. Don't do that to me.
It's just, like, a nice way to remember. And I always keep this up wherever I go.
You know what? I thought this experience was so eye-opening. Talking to everyone this week has been just a unique experience, and seeing how they've grown as people.
Although it was kind of mixed opinions, I think everybody's, built confidence in themselves in their new chapter.
They also miss home quite a lot, and I'm quite, like, a big family person. And I don't know how I would take that, moving away from home and moving away from my family.
I think all of them expressed that they've kind of took their family at home for granted because of someone you can depend on. And I think we're still lucky we have that, maybe.
Yeah, exactly.
And they all said, well, apart from Jocelyn, who was only here for a short period of time, they all said that they would love to stay in London.
Yeah.
And build their own lives here. And, like, especially when, one's from a whole other country and one's from, like, Kent.
We can say Kent is its own little country. London is a great city. I can never fault it. I mean, it has its charm. And...
but I guess the food's not that good.
Yeah, I'm guessing.
And nobody said anything good about our food.
Yeah. I think London's so multicultural. Everyone has a place that they belong at the end of the day.
Yeah.
And they find their own found families. Yeah. Friendship was a big topic of conversation.
Everyone depends on their friends, really.
Yeah. We saw Ty find new friends when he came to London. Island building new friendships. And also, like, with Jocelyn, even though her friends from the United States, she still was able to, keep those friendships and build a community around her in a new environment. Mm-hmm. But that opens up the question: was Jocelyn, for example, sticking to familiarity and was afraid of that change? It's a bit cliche, but home is where the heart is, and home is where you make your connections and lay your grounds. people bring little pieces of home with them.
Yeah, we saw that as well in their rooms. Everyone kind of had like a dedicated space. So I think we found that living alone and moving away isn't as scary as I thought before starting. One of the reasons I also didn't move out is because I'm so dependent on my life here and my family. And I think talking to people kind of made me realize that it's a step we're all going to have to take, maybe sooner rather than later. I think everyone we spoke to was a perfect demonstration of, you know, starting fresh, you know, with no fears. I think they were all they're all brave in what they did, you know, moving. Most of them moved like across the world, which is crazy. I don't know if I'll ever do that.
Yeah.